Alright, I really... break the ice. Thank you, GPS. We are currently static. On a serious note, we are out the front of the workshop that done the work and built my new motor in my RX7. The one that I've been having multiple problems with for the last couple of weeks, ever since I pretty much got it back from being rebuilt. I've had nothing but dramas and a lack of communication and honestly poor workmanship from this place. I'm not trying to demonize this person. I'm not trying to do anything. I don't want to cause drama, but I was meant to... okay, let's rewind. I'm going to take you back. A lot of this you probably haven't seen yet. I've been refraining a lot from the truth, from what is actually going on with this situation, in the best interest of not demonizing. I don't want to destroy this dude's reputation, but he's doing it himself. So this is a hole that he's dug for himself, and I'm just going to tell you what's happening. The car got rebuilt. I had problems 1,000 kilometers in with the OMP lines splitting because they weren't replaced. They were old, frail, and they snapped. The car then peed out all its oil and was stranded for 7 months in storage, which I paid under my own bat. I took the car into him, which is probably what you've seen in this video, under a nice pretense, because again, I did not want to demonize this person. He's then had the car for 2 months following that, and was supposed to get it back to me, or at least tell me what was going on. I didn't hear from him for the entire of the 2 months. I couldn't contact him, I couldn't see him at the shop, I couldn't message him, I could not ring anything, nothing. I don't have the guy's mobile number, and I have only got the shop number. So that is my only form of way to contact this guy, and he has not picked up since last year. It's now, what, March? It's February. It's February. End of February.
Just let it make its noise for a second. Sorry. There we go. Now you can be nice and cool instead of sweating and dying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are sweating and dying. We're literally Dutch ovening ourselves because we're in an industrial area and there's a lot of background noise. All the background noise. It is midday, 12:20 on a Monday morning, out the front of the shop. After the oil line split, I got the car back. I drove the car for 3 days. So I paid this person $13,000 to do this rebuild on this motor. Everything was supposed to be good, and put back together. And you know, I should be able to feel confident in driving it straight from a workshop to my house. Anyway, I got it home. The next day, I was not driving it much because it's an RX7, so they're quite fuel heavy, and I was broke. So I didn't drive it, I don't think, for the next day, and the day after that, I ended up taking it down the shops, which was like 20 minutes away. It overheated. We literally just turned it off. I was losing a lot of coolant. And it spat coolant everywhere, and I was like very concerned. I didn't know what was going on. I messaged the owner, I messaged the builder, the owner of the workshop, on social media saying, hey look, this has happened, I'm really concerned about it. Have you seen this happen before? Should I be expecting this? Is this normal? Etc, etc. I got the response, it's just a rotary, it does that. But yeah, I pretty much got told, don't worry about it. And then I start the car up and I want to take it to the car wash. Just local car wash, give it a bath because it's been sitting in a workshop. Because all the front half of the car had to be pulled apart. All the radiator, shroud, probably the intercooler, the radiator, the intakes, all that had to be pulled out to be cleaned because there was oil everywhere coming out from the OMP line. It spat oil everywhere. I mean, like every orifice of that motor was literally spewing out oil. Alternator started squealing. I drove to the car wash. again, it started peeing out coolant. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? It was in the middle of the night as well, so the temps, you couldn't say it was a hot day or it was just a rotary thing. I ended up driving it from Chermside to Aspley to this car wash, which was 4 minutes away, with this girl right here, who was also my witness of the whole evening. You would have seen her in the previous video, or one of the previous videos. It's probably a couple back now. She was licking the blue FD.
No, that was Dan.
You licked it as well.
Yeah, but you didn't put that in the video, so it didn't count.
I did.
It didn't count.
Oh, yeah, okay. Technically, she's in the video licking it, but I got it from the back of the car, so you just see her do this. Anyway, so we went to the car wash. The car peed out all its coolant again. By this point, it had dropped a lot more coolant, and I was rather concerned. Last night, and I don't know why. I just drove down the shop. Oh my god. Really? I've just come out because I need to go to an appointment, and it keeps dropping coolant. I don't know why, so I'm just topping the coolant up, and I just saw this. I found the squealing. This hasn't been tightened and is lost in that.
It's like almost wound itself out.
Level is currently very low again. Not even on my finger. Overflow. I topped all this up yesterday. Overflow is also empty now, which was also full. We just found a nut for the alternator. Alternator's tight, belt is now tight. Apparently the water pump is driven off the alternator belt also, which could also explain why I keep losing all my coolant, why it seems to be spitting all its coolant out and kind of overheating. Well, I think we found the issue that has now solved the other issue. Slight problem being though that now the car has potentially overheated twice, and the gauge won't read unless it reads extreme. It'll either, like once it's hot, you won't see it on hot until it's too late kind of thing, because it's a stock gauge and all that kind of thing. Can't believe that, man. My carbon fiber is also cracked. It was not cracked before, now has a nice big crack up the hairline where the ducting is. Not a cheap piece. But I did my best. I jacked it up, I refilled the AST tank, and I also topped up the coolant from the main source, so it should have been free of air bubbles. Part of the frustration and my stress from the last 7 months was I was stranded in the middle of nowhere, waiting for my car to be done, and waiting for it to be running and reliable after paying a lot of money to get it done, only for it to not be. I cancelled the appointments, but there was one appointment I had to get to later that evening. So I topped the car up. I took a bottle of coolant with me to make sure that if it did drop coolant, or for whatever reason, I don't know, it had issues again, I had at least some coolant with me. I got out to my appointment, turned the car off, it was okay, and then I turned it back on, and I was idling for probably 3 minutes in the car park before I left to go home, and it exploded radiator coolant everywhere, like absolutely everywhere. It was peeing out the car was like boiling. You could hear the water in the motor just boiling. I turned the car off, I left it there, I'm like panicking, wondering what the hell's happening, because this is a brand new motor. It's less than 1,500 kilometers in on this motor now, and I've now not only had semi-serious to potentially catastrophic oil issues, but I've now just also had one of the biggest killers of all motors, overheating. I did. I'd say it's coming from the overflow. I'm just filming the mess at the moment so I can show the engine builder that it's not just a rotary thing. It is, something is going wrong.
And you can start the whole system, everything changed. It's not everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not
Turn that from there we go. Thank you.
There you go. In there.
Yeah.
That is boiling hard. This is
that if you could overheat a rotary once and that's it, it's dead. And the car is not even off its running tune. I haven't even boosted the thing yet. I don't even know what it's capable of. I've been putting around in it, trying to get the kilometers up as I got instructed to do, going through the rev range and trying to get it to around 2,000 kilometers before it would have to go back in to get retuned, and then it would be fine to drive normally, like 100% normally. I was being really careful. I was cold starting it for 5 minutes or so every time. Every time I got in it, turned it on, I would let it warm up, I'd let it cool down, Anywhere I wouldn't drive it on really hot days, or I just wouldn't drive it at all. Like, I'm pedantic about this car. I love this car, and I've done everything in my power to baby the hell out of it and make sure that nothing would go wrong with this. It's been the biggest screw around ordeal ever. I have never, ever had this many problems with the car. I was actually looking forward to doing like a constructive, like, hey, this is not throwing shade, this is just the experience I've had, and this is what happened, this is what happened with the car, this is how it was rectified, and, happy ending. Turns out, I don't think there's a happy ending, and I think because the alternator wasn't done up, looks like Sam has come to save me. I had to call in a favour with a friend of mine, so Sam from a Tucker garage was in bed. I ended up ringing him because he was the closest one to where I was in the area, and asking him if I could please keep the RX7 at his workshop overnight so I could get it back down to in the morning, which is conveniently about 5 minutes away from a Tucker garage. So Sam ended up coming out 10:30, 11 at night, helping me get the car away and safe, and then I ended up heading back home. It has been about 7 hours. I'm heading back to the north side now, which is an hour and a half away. I've then had the big issue last night, which you've probably seen in some footage that I've just put up from my phone. I am pretty sure it has most likely been damaged. The idle changed last night and the car was really not happy. Now, if you're just joining us, this is not the first time something has gone wrong in this car in the last, I don't know, let's say a week. Alright, we just rocked up to Sam's shop. Now, Sam is a business owner as well. He owns a Tucker garage. Likely have heard of him. Sam is going to come with me today to come see a fellow shop owner about what is going on. So yeah, had to leave the FD with Sam late last night and get him to come in while he was in bed to keep the car safe for me in the workshop. Yo, Sam.
Oh.
Hey, Vinny. Hello, Mr. Elbow Licker. Okay, no, go. Okay, stop. Hey, bud. Hey, bro.
Ah, better than you are.
I'll give it to you. So we just top both of them up again. Both of them are pretty much empty again. This one's full, it's shut. What we're gonna do is turn the car on, bleed it through a bit, fill it up again, and then go from there. This is the first start since we had all the issues last night. So I then went back to Attacker Garage first thing in the morning, and I took the RX7, I topped it all up, bled it again, and inspected it, which you might see if I put the video in here. When we turned it on that first thing in the morning, we had all this weird brown crappy stuff coming out of the coolant, which is not a good sign. In a classic piston engine, that's a blown head gasket. So that was very concerning. I ended up topping it back up and bringing it straight. The owner of Attacker Garage, as well as myself, which is the ex-owner of Endgame Auto Shop. We also run a JDM specialist performance shop thing that you guys would have seen some earlier vlogs from probably almost a year ago now. We both headed in to find out what's going on, like peacefully, like what is happening. Can you please check this car out? This is pretty poor treatment as a customer to be ignoring people like this when they've got issues with your work. Well, I don't think I need to tell you that was not a good sign. The car is idling real weird. Spots I was talking about. There's the lurch. That's me touching the accelerator ever so slightly. I went in, I peacefully asked this person to find out what is going on with this car, and it very quickly got nasty. This person resorted to trying to mock me, tried insulting me, pretty much everything and anything he could do to avoid taking responsibility. Did not go well, but I don't think you guys need to hear all of it. Just know that he was not apologetic. He was trying to, what do you call it? Shrug off the blame.
Yeah,
trying to avoid taking responsibility. Trying to make every excuse under the sun.
It was not a friendly conversation or an easy conversation. There is.
Yeah, that got rather heated and emotional, but I think it's necessary overall to understand the story here and to understand how this all played out and what's been going on. So I have been trying to be nice this entire time. The agreement after we had this heated argument in his workshop was that I leave the car with him for 1 week. I asked him, we negotiated, I said, how long do you need the car to see what is wrong and to fix it? He then said 1 week and followed with a couple of other pretty crappy remarks. So I said, fine, we'll do 1 week, I'll come back. I expect a phone call. So I expected a phone call on the Friday the following week, so exactly 7 days from the Friday when I went in to drop the car off to him after we've just had this big blow up. He agreed. He assured me that 7 days was all he required to fix whatever was going on, and that I could then F off, etc, etc. It was all uncalled for, completely and utterly super unprofessional, and the workmanship and the level of communication that this person has had has been abhorrent. I just wanted to clarify and show you guys that it didn't end up being a motor rebuild, it was a new motor. My entire rotary was screwed, so there was very little that we could actually use off that previous motor, and we ended up replacing I think 99% of the bits to create that new motor. As proof, there's my twins that got the seals shot through them and they died. There's my housings, my rotors. There's both my rotors in here. I got my seals in a separate little baggie. And I think we only ended up using the 2 end plates, even though I think the middle plate was screwed or something was wrong with it as well. So, as you can see, there was very, very little that we actually used on this new motor, even to the point of, giving me an update to letting me know what's going on with the car, or, if he's in the shop. Like, as you can see right now, we have just driven over an hour to get here today because I was meant to be picking the car up on the Friday. I was waiting for that phone call. I was being courteous and allowing him the time, and for him to confirm with me that the car was done before I drove the hour and a bit in to come get it. I never received that phone call. I waited all Friday. I waited up until exactly 4 p.m. on that Friday afternoon for the phone call to say, hey, the car's done, come pick it up, or at least an update saying, hey, I found the issue, or anything. I don't know. I went home because I had a nervous breakdown. Whatever. Just an update, something. I got absolutely nothing. None of my messages have been read for weeks. And even so, on that Friday afternoon, I sent him a courtesy message and I said, look, alright, so this is the exact conversation that I sent this person. Good afternoon, I have been waiting for your call. I've also tried ringing the workshop several times and I have received no answer. I haven't received the call from you in regards to any form of update on the car or the agreed pickup today, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're very busy and will await your call confirmation on Monday to collect the RX7. Please let me know if that works for you, or otherwise, thank you. So I've then given this guy an extra 2 days, more than the agreed time, to have this car done, or to at least contact me and let me know what's going on. I received nothing, so I have come in now on the Monday to come get my car. Just rung the workshop, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. I've messaged him on a private message saying I'm out front of the workshop as per our arrangement, overdue from Friday, to be picking up the RX7. I've had no response from you stating otherwise. And then I've just been trying to be nice. Like, as I said, look, can you please give me a call and let me know what's going on? And that's pretty much up to speed with the situation. So we're sitting here now. I have a $120,000 car being held hostage from me in this workshop with a $13,000 paid job, bill, whatever you want. I've paid this person $13,000 to do this build for me, and this is the experience that I got. This is how I've been treated, and this is currently what is happening, and why I am very, very stressed and not having a good time. I do not want to demonize this person. I don't want to ruin their life, and I've said that to them. I said that exactly to them after they tried threatening me with my own content, that I was not in this to make an example of them. I'm not in this for any form of YouTube. I don't even want to film this right now. But again, as a workshop owner, And as somebody that is in the car community and loves the car culture and loves my car, this is just unacceptable. And I think somebody needs to speak up about this. So that is what this video is. But yeah, this has just been an absolute nightmare. Absolute freaking nightmare. And the sooner it's over, the better, because this has just left such a terrible, terrible taste in my mouth when it comes to rotaries, when it comes to even my RX7, which is, as you guys know, my dream car. I freaking love this car. This car means so much to me. It is immaculate. It was immaculate. I keep saying it is. It was immaculate. And it was my pride and joy. And now I don't know, it's just a ball of frustration and anger and resentment and every other emotion that I shouldn't be feeling about a car, that I should just be enjoying and you know, trusting that $13,000 and a professional in their trade that specializes in what they do done their job correctly. Instead, I've been given abhorrent communication, a disaster of workmanship, and I've been totally ignored. And that's probably another customer. I'm trying to see if he's This platform is meant to be for good. It's meant to be to show the good side of the car community. It's not meant to be about drama. It's not meant to be about the bad things. It's not meant to be about what you can bitch about or you know, trying to bring other people down. That's not why I do this, and that's not why anything in the car community, nothing in the car community should be about that at all. It should be all about uplifting each other, helping each other out, and creating a supportive, fun, enjoyable environment that we can all grow and evolve and have a blast in. I've never spent that much money in my life to somebody else. Okay, this is the first shop, this is the first time I have ever used a mechanical workshop with one of my cars, because everything else I can fix myself, or I can do myself. Rotaries, hell no. I don't know anything about rotaries. I was not willing to take that chance. So I paid this professional with a reputation of 20 years in the industry that I thought, you know, meant something. Yeah, I don't know, it's crap.
It's pretty shit.
Might have to buy a Beamer, dude.
I wouldn't recommend it.
It's hot, it's very hot, so we got all the windows shut and stuff. So I'm gonna...
It's time to go get fuel. Bring!
This car has a mind of its own. Alright, well, yeah, so that's what's going on. It's not good. I'm in the dark. I literally don't know any more now than you, so I will update you when I find out anything else, and we'll see how it goes from here. But I ended up contacting JC Racing. So Johnny down in Sydney is the original shop owner and rotary expert that I bought my RX7 off. Now, this guy is a legend. He is freaking awesome. He is a very cool, down-to-earth dude with a genuine, passionate love for cars and for rotaries in particular. He ended up selling me my RX7 on behalf of the owner that had all the work done previously on it through him. So he's done the work on the car, he's tuned the car, he's installed the power FC, he's done the dump, the exhaust, all the bushes, everything. So anything that was ever done on that car was done at his shop. And I think the previous owner spent about 12 or 16k on the car while it was there. So I ended up contacting Johnny about the situation, and I was just in a state where I was like, all right, look, maybe I'm being too objective. So I reached out to him and I asked him for some advice as a fellow shop owner, as a rotary expert, and as somebody that's been in the trade a lot longer than myself. So I asked him, hey, look, I've done everything that I thought was right. I've given this person 3 chances to do this car. I've then given them the benefit of the doubt, despite the fact that I do not trust them with my car. But to be fair and to be reasonable and to show that I was trying to, compromise? I was trying to come to the table with what was going on and to give this guy as much of an opportunity as he could have to make right the wrongs that has happened. I asked him, look, that's a situation, what would you recommend I do? He went, wow, that's crazy. I can't believe that that's happening. Look, I'll fly up and I'll come and help you sort it out. At that point, I was blown away. Like, that is the car community. That is what the car community should be. I'm not saying a random shop owner from an interstate should fly up and fix your car for you, but the amount of support I got in that first sentence from a fellow shop owner that no longer had any form of obligation to me or to this car, and that he was willing to offer his services to come up and to help me sort this car out, was insane. Like I was almost bawling my eyes out, and I don't cry. I try not to cry anyway, but yeah, no, that hasn't worked for the last couple of weeks. That's been a horrible.
I'd be crying too. I spent 13 grand on a car that just got broken.
Look, I cried. It was not pretty. Can you get me a dyno? I said, yeah, I've got another friend that has a dyno, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to you know, let me borrow it to sort out a car. He's like, sweet, let's do it. All right, so look, give this guy the benefit of the doubt, give him the 7 days to make right these wrongs, and to, you know, to do what he should be legally obligated to be doing to fix this car, or to fix this motor that's got 1500 Ks on it. So yeah, Johnny said, look, I'll come up and I'll help you fix the car. And my friend with the dyno also said, look, more than happy for you to use the dyno, just let me know when, and I'll make sure it's available. That is what the car community should be. Again, not saying these people owe anybody anything, but it was amazing that they just both straight up were more than willing and happy to help me fix this and to sort this problem out. That is what a shop owner should be, and that is what I think role models, man, freaking role models. That is amazing, and I hope to God that I never have to find another person like this. Yeah, anyway, sorry, long conversation here, a lot of venting, but I think most of it needed to be said to understand the situation. Should we get slushies? Yeah. Let's do that. We're gonna go paint our teeth red and blue with slushies. Can you tell I'm sleep deprived? I got bags under my eyes. Right, well, we just waited probably over an hour and a half in front of this shop, waiting for some form of life. There was no form of life, so we are now 3 days overdue when I was agreed upon to get my car back. Come check out Z's Beamer. Don't ask me anything about Beamers though. I will just tell you it is a Batman's willy. I don't know. Sorry, there may or may not be a bit of wind noise here. Yo, Z, you know when you're growing up and your grandma usually has a BMW because, you know, they're all classy like that.
Grandma had a Camry.
my grandma. Okay, my grandma had a Ford Laser, but I mean, like, old people for some reason are fascinated with BMWs. What did they used to call it? What was the acronym when you were a kid? So we used to call them Batman's Willy. I'm not putting that on YouTube.
Well,
it's cool though.
Blue Man's Willy?
It's a V-tune man's. Damn it. I dropped my glasses. I gotta pay for this too. What is it again?
This?
Yeah.
35Y.
What's yeah, this is Z's Beamer. It makes farty crackle noises. It goes, ah. Oh god, it's like a sauna in here. Dude, there's no aircon.
Oh no.
Wow. Is the ice cream melted? Oh look, there's no ice in there. I would question milk objects right now. Would you like a drink, dude? Lollies! No, I'm on a diet. Yeah.
Sitting in that car was pretty
We've both been up for like 2 days? What, 2 days?
Yeah. Yep.
Sparkle water. Do I want sparkle water for $2? I don't know.
This one's
There's green ones. Flavoured sparkle water.
Natural lime and natural berry, because there's a difference between natural and unnatural.
But they're $3 and that's a $2 one. I'm a cheapskate. I own an FD, dude. I can't afford special water.
Static, TV static in a can for.
I've never heard it called that before. What's it? Yeah. Banana. You want to buy a banana? So, I am sitting at Z's house. Yeah, this is by far, the worst experience I could have ever possibly. I couldn't even dream to have had this experience with a workshop. This is insane. This is beyond unprofessional. It's disgusting. It is just totally and utterly wrong. It's freaking ridiculous. The drain from this and the last, what, 9 months? Was it 9 months? 9 months? It's almost a year, man, of not having my car. I think around 1,500 kilometers total, with the 3 issues, with the split oil lines, with the overheating, with the alternator falling off, when my window switch broke, with my carbon fiber surround being broken. Yeah, this is not something I wanted to put on YouTube, for sure. But I'm doing it because, as much as this is quite personal, again, I believe things like this shouldn't just be swept under the rug, and treatment like this should not be allowed to exist at all, ever. This is completely unacceptable, and if anyone out there runs a shop like this, I hope you guys do something about it as well. You know, it's what, 2023. You can't get away with just sweeping things under the rug anymore. There's cancel culture, there's social media, people talk. The car community is a small world, and something like this can destroy you. I don't want to do this to this person, I really freaking don't, because I can empathize with the situation that he's in, with the fact that there's personal issues there, and that he as a person may not be coping with them very well. But everybody's got their stories, and to assume that everybody else is happy and that everybody else is fine and that you can do that to somebody else and that it's okay, that's just, I'm drawing the line there. You don't know other people's stories, and yeah, putting someone through anything like this is just, it's just shattering, man. Like, I don't want to keep venting or give you a sob story. I just wanted to let you know that, you know, say, sorry, I screwed up, let me fix that. Or, alright, what's gone wrong? Let's diagnose what's gone wrong, and we'll work it out, and we'll work together and go from there. That's all it would have taken to resolve the whole of this, the entire thing. So, man, if you guys are watching this, communication is key. Like, if you're a shop owner, please, for the dear love of all things cars, talk to your customers, let them know what's going on. You would be surprised at how many people are more than happy to forgive or to give you more time to do a job or to work with you or to compromise on a situation if you explain to them what is going on and you try to work with them. Trying to ignore them or sweep them under the rug or ghost them or run away from your problems is not how you deal with this. And if you are a business owner and you do that, nothing can help you. Like, you're just asking, you're digging your own hole. Just don't do it. But yeah, I don't know how things are going to go from here, but I'm sure by the time this comes out, it's most likely going to be over and settled. Alright, I'm gone, guys. Have a good one. I hope you never have to fall into this situation, and keep building awesome race cars. I was about to say sick race cars then. Build fully sick race cars. Have an awesome time, and go live. Go have fun. Living should be fun. It should never be a chore.